I can't say that on the air, but use your imagination. But I was just like, man, I done went through all this hard work, and I'm not even going to be in my underwear. And I told him that. I was like, hey,
Okay.
we got to do something about this. I'm ready to wring some people's necks over this video.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Yeah. So Finley had this on this morning because that's what her mama put on her. And she said she didn't like it. She said there was too much back showing. So I said, baby, you go put whatever you want on. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, she didn't want to wear this little romper that her mama picked out for her. And she comes down the stairs in camo overalls, got them rolled up at the bottom with these, sandals on. I'm like, that's my country girl right there, And a lot of all the comments are great except for a few people. They're like, oh, she needs to put a shirt on. Oh, da-da-da-da. This little girl is 4.
Right.
And she's covered up.
Yeah.
And I'm her daddy.
Yeah.
And she's got a mama.
She's all right.
Keep your mouth shut.
Right.
Keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
People are wild. I posted a video the other day. I was working on my tractor, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm proud of this. Like, hey, I don't have to hire nobody to work on my tractor. I got this. And I post a little Monday motivational, like, hey, you got to get out there and get to work. And I mean, some guys are like, man, you're not even dirty. You ain't working on that. You got somebody else over there working on that. Man, what is wrong with people,
People are crazy.
Can I not work on my own dang tractor? Just keyboard warriors, man.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah. Are you done having kids?
Oh, yeah. I took care of that problem.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I didn't take care of it. My wife took care of it.
Well, let's hear it.
I was on the road and she shot me a text and says, hey, I made you a doctor's appointment with, ironically enough, his name was Dr. Little. Made you a doctor's appointment with Dr. Little. I was like, all right, sounds good. So we took care of that problem. Yeah.
Wow.
She,
okay.
After our first kid, she said, I don't want any more. And we always talked about, she comes from a big family. I come from a big family. It's like, let's have 5 kids when we got married, We had her first one. She's like, that's it. We're done. I was like, whatever you want. Yeah. Time goes on. She wants another one. It's like, perfect. Had 2, boy and a girl. Life is good, man. We got it. Everything's great. And then she decided she wanted another one. Yeah. So, but she did after the third one. She said, that's it. No more.
What would you have to say to someone like Thomas Rhett, who recently told me that he is scared to get a vasectomy?
I was scared to get one. I'll be honest with you. I mean, that's a very vulnerable thing to do as a man. Yeah. I go in the doctor's office and the first thing, I've never met this man, Dr. Little. He was great, by the way. And the first thing he says is, drop your pants. Never had a man tell me that before.
Right.
And my response was, all the way? He said, all the way. So it's an experience, but it's nothing to it, man. Nothing to it.
Okay. It's been almost a decade since making this boy go crazy.
Gosh.
Is that crazy to hear?
It is crazy to hear. I've been in this town 14 years, man. 14 years.
What would you tell, 2013 Dylan? You get, 1 or 2 things you could say to yourself.
Just chill out a little bit. Don't stress as much. Be patient, because that was me, man. I was stressing and not patient and just always, I would wake up in the morning, the first thing I would think is, man, how can we get this thing going? But I mean, hey, that's probably what got it going was just freaking working, man.
Yeah, this town's been too good to us is going crazy.
It's wild, man. We released that almost a year ago and just blew up for us. It kind of started a cool trajectory, man. Obviously, things have been going up in my career, having hits, but then when we released that song, it's kind of moved the needle a little bit. So it feels good, man.
Let's see. You're the jockey brand ambassador?
Yeah, man.
Have they tried to get you in your chonies yet?
Well, I thought that's what the deal was. So when my manager called me, he's like, hey, we're going to do a deal with Jockey. I'm like, perfect. Underwear. That's what I had in my mind. I did get in the best shape of my life after she told me that. I went on a clean diet, started working out super hard, chiseled 6-pack. I'm like, I can't be in my underwear and look, like a dad. And then come to find out, I show up to the shoot, and it's the Jockey Outdoors brand. So I'm in outdoor clothes, which is fine. That's my life. That's what I do. But I was just like, man, I done went through all this hard work, and I'm not even going to be in my underwear.
So,
and I told him that. I was like, hey,
okay.
we got to do something about this.
Is that something? Well, here's the deal. I mean, if they don't want to put you in it, there's other companies that probably will.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, if you do want to get it out there.
I'm gonna work on that with them.
Okay.
We did extend our deal. I'm still with Jockey, so
Okay.
we're gonna see what comes about.
Okay. I mean, might I recommend like just full tighty whitey?
I told my wife, I said, there's no such thing as bad exposure. Like,
Right.
it's all good,
What'd
like,
she have to say?
Honestly, she was just like, whatever you want to do, I'm good with it.
But she knows like the depths of the farmer's tan, though. She
Oh.
knows you'll be all right.
Oh, yeah, we'll be fine.
Okay.
We'll be fine.
What's a song of yours? Is there a song of yours that was a huge hit, but you didn't like it at the time, but like now you've grown to love it?
I will tell you right now, I released a new song 2 months ago called What He'll Never Have. And it's not that I didn't like it. I wrote the song. I just, in my mind, was like, it's another song. I wrote another song. And then I played it for my wife, and she goes, this is my favorite song you've ever written. And I'm like, are you serious right now? Then I played it for some buddies. They're like, this is my favorite song you've ever written. It's like, are you serious? I'm just like, what? Played it for my manager. She's like, I feel like this is something you would have done 5 years ago. I'm like, yeah, I kind of feel the same way.
Okay.
Teased it on TikTok, blew up. Teased it again on TikTok, blew up. I'm like, man, what is going on here? So anyway, long story short, I released the song because the fans wanted it. My wife loved it. It was still is our biggest release I've ever had. The streams on it are crazy, blows my mind. It just goes to show me sometimes in our creative brains, we overthink it too much, So
100%.
yeah, wild.
That's crazy. I mean, I can relate, not on any level, but like a radio bit, like you'll prepare it for days and then you like accidentally like snort on the radio and someone will be like, when you snorted that one time, the funniest thing I ever heard.
Yeah.
And you're like, what about all this other stuff?
Yeah, what about this great thing I talked about? Yeah.
I want to talk about real quick, you're running the Successful Trash business.
Something like that,
in your hometown, right? You're up to over 1,000.
Oh, we're over 6,000.
6,000 houses?
6,000 houses in Louisiana right now.
Wow. Okay, so what is the craziest thing that you've heard of or you have found or your company has told you they have found in the trash?
I can't say that on the air, but use your imagination.
What?
Hey, let me tell you something. We've seen some crazy stuff. And my partner in the business, he sends them to me every single day. And I'm like, you're kidding me.
What?
People are wild.
What?
People are wild at their houses, man.
Really? And you really get to know a lot just from seeing that.
Oh, no doubt.
Wow.
But the trash business is, man, I'm really enjoying it. We started during COVID because we couldn't play shows. My buddy was laid off from work, complaining about his garbage. And I said, man, let's just start our own. And we started with his truck and a dump trailer. That was 3 years ago. And now we've got 5 garbage trucks, guys hanging off the back of it, 6,000 houses. So we actually moved a branch of it up here to Nashville. We're doing roll-off dumpsters up here. We got a team up here. So just, I don't know, man. It's cool. It gives me a break from the music every now and then to just have some normal conversations and business stuff. It's a lot of fun.